So, what fascinated you about the Spanish version of the show that made you want to recreate?
You know what? They sent me this, and I was just so not ready. I was so out. I didn't want to do TV. I wanted to take a break. I've been doing, I'm working on a couple of movies, and taking a break. And network television just kicked my butt. After a while, I don't know. Are there any stories left to be told? I don't want to do another vampire show. I don't want to do another CW show. I don't want to do a cop drama. I don't want to. I just didn't know where I fit in network television. And then Aaron Kaplan sent me this format, and I watched it, and it reminded me of writing Scream. It reminded me of sort of deconstructing the horror genre, and I kind of just went, well, it's so emotional. I don't know if you've seen it, but I remember watching The Three Little Pigs, and I got really wrapped up into this drama of this poor man who had just lost everything, and he just wanted someone to sort of pay for it, and he went and hunted down those responsible, and he huffed and puffed and blew their lives apart, and not just sort of in a Charles Bronson way, but in a very sort of metaphorical way. He just really got inside their lives and destroyed them. And I thought, wow, that's very America today. That's very sort of rage America. That's where we're sitting. We're in such anger, and we're so divided people. And I thought, how can you sort of, these fairy tales were written, Hansel and Gretel was written in the Middle Ages, and it was about cannibalism. It was about famine and starvation and hunger. And the parents threw them in the woods because they couldn't afford to feed them. And what would that look like today if you had, a brother and sister who had been abandoned and thrown in the woods of New York City? And so we've taken those fairy tales and those ideas and those themes in a very modern context, and we sort of interlace them, and sort of they brush up against each other, and it's just really kind of cool and fun, and it's kind of timely. And we sort of deal with the topics of today, the way that they dealt with them when they were writing them originally.
Is there something that access format that allows you to play or do something differently that's more appealing than network?
Yes, you don't have to worry about, you can go there when you need to. The show characters can talk the way they really talk, and they can do what they really do, and you don't have to. You're not so limited with broadcast standards for sure. But more importantly, you don't have to do the storytelling can be a little messier. You don't have to sort of, well, here's the good guy, here's what he does, and then plot point 2, this happens, and then plot point 3, he realizes the error of his ways, and then plot point, you don't have to have those traditional arcs. You don't have to do the arcs the way that you have to sort of serve the regular Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 character arc. And it can be messy, and the good guy turns bad, the bad guy turns good. You can just be as messy as you want and just be dramatic, and I feel like it just makes for more layered storytelling, and it just seems more real because none of us are good. We're and. There's no or. It's always and. Like Into the Woods. Is it always and? Is it never or?
How much influence has today's political field brought into the show? Because I know you've been very influenced.
A little bit, a lot. A little bit to a lot. I mean, I really do think, we have one character, our Hansel and Gretel, who's come out of Iraq, who's a vet, and she's scarred inside and out, and she's been thrown away by her country, after serving 2 tours, and here she is thrown into the woods of New York with her brother, who's been abandoned by his parents and thrown away and lost on drugs, and they come across some candy they shouldn't touch, and they do, and it comes with a big bad witch, and then of course the Three Little Pigs is our probably most politically charged because it really is about Rage America and how this really quiet man, this little sort of liberal Democrat realizes maybe it's time to go buy a gun, and so it's sort of will he do it, and then can he save himself before he turns a corner? Or maybe he should turn the corner. I mean, it really plays with those ideas. And that's sort of his character arc. And it's a stop, start. It's a messy story. And it's kind of a real story. I try to sort of present both sides and just sort of entertain along the way. Are you really? Seriously? It's like I just get in a groove and I start answering questions.